Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack. This weekly pack is pretty fun, except I'm worried by the time this video comes out, it might be dominated by the Leviathan Team Spirit Starfish combo, but that's not why we're here right now. We're here right now for the Roll Synergy, the Hamster Yeti combo. There's a bunch of other roll pets. We'll see them as they come along. The one thing with the Roll Synergy this week, there is not ostrich, or worm of sand for that matter. So there's no scaling method that really fits seamlessly with this. And on that note, I don't think you really need like an aggressive scaler in the final team. What I suggest doing, if you're interested in running the roll builds, is doing what you're going to see in this run, which is just taking some scaling that you can get along the way and basically building a team in a way that hopefully you can still save the hearts. Obviously using stuff like the Okapi, the tier 3, and maximizing those rolls. The owl was just here, so I just took it. I figure I could throw some apples on the Okapi if anything. It's not really the pet I wanted. I would have loved having Okapi Dimetrodon on that level up. Or of course double Okapi. And the main feature in this video is actually, I'm sure it's in the title and thumbnail. You're probably like, why hasn't he said anything about this yet? It's because I've been avoiding saying the name for a long time. It's the Platybelodon. So I think I was calling it Platybelodon? The Platybelodon. Oh gosh. No, it's the Platybelodon. And I was calling it Platybelodon. I don't know. I think they're both fine. But yeah, the Platybelodon, basically on every roll, you can generate trumpets. Level 1, it's 1 trumpet per roll. Level 2, 2 trumpets per roll. Level 3, you get 3. So my goal was obviously to get level 3 and get the achievement, as well as I wanted to go for glory. I want to generate 50 trumpets with 1 Platybelodon. And we're going to see if we can get it done. I'm hoping by the end of this video, I'll be saying the name with confidence. We'll see if we get there. At least I actually looked it up before. And I'm sure somebody is still going to make a comment of like, actually, you say it like this. And it's funny because I've gotten like people type out some of the phonetics sometimes. And then I look up the phonetic myself and I'm like, it's not, I'm seeing something different. I don't know. It doesn't matter in the end, but I'm conscious that I absolutely butcher stuff, so I try to correct myself when I know about it. So here you go. We got the level 2 hatching chick. We have the hamster. We have still just a level 1 Okapi, which kind of is unfortunate. But Platybelodon, I have to like look at it. I want to go Platybelodon. So 7 trumpets on that turn. It's pretty good. We have the level up on the Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot is just here to help us along the way. It's not going to stay. It's probably going to go this turn, actually. I refuse 2 great level ups, Snapping Turtle and Rooster. Most of the time, I would suggest taking the Snapping Turtle as tempo, and then maybe looking for a pill bug, so you can do a little skewer gambit there. Shout out to the SPV, Spiny Bush Viper. And running a bunch of tier 3s, so you are looking for a starfish. I ran mini games like that. I just don't like keeping the tier 1s and just pushing them level 3. Even though it is good, you typically will win if you find enough. And look at all these level ups. Decide to take the level 2. And we're on 1 heart with 2 trophies, if you haven't noticed, so it's a dire situation. Actually decide to roll down. If I was greedy, I just would have stacked a pet, gone in the next turn, so I get the Bigfoot 2 rolls and all that, but decide to kind of maximize the rolls and get separate. So now we have 14 trumpets. Can we get through the Big Llama? We barely do. So the run was on the edge, and I was like, okay, well, if this pops off, this has a great chance. So here's what we're going to do. I messed up this turn with the okapis here, putting them in separate. And I think part of my reasoning was I wasn't sure if I was going to end up stacking them. I think I was thinking about potentially going double okapi. And the last slot, of course, where the hatching chick is, of course, is for a Yeti. I didn't know if I wanted to go double okapi or double Yeti. I almost thought about selling the hatching chick here because I didn't want zebra buffs to hit it. And holy mother of zebra, what is happening? That is one of the greatest shops I have seen when you're doing a run that doesn't have scaling. That's exactly what you need. We got the hatching chick, throw some buffs, but give me all the zebras. If I saw that shop again with 3 zebras, I would sell this hatching chick, I think. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Never gonna fool me again. Shout out to the W. And decide to take the hamster level up because we didn't find anything. There's a Yeti. I wanted a Yeti. There's a zebra. Gonna freeze and just take the rolls and see what we get. So we got some stuff to buy, sell. I don't know. Yeah, a crow. The money didn't work out, and the crow I wasn't sure about, even though we want the levels. And yeah, teams are starting to get level 2 turkey rooster. They're scaling with just Leviathan, so shout out. That was kind of like my blind weekly run in a sense. Oh no, sorry, not my blind weekly. It was I think it was a bonus clip on another video. My blind weekly was Leviathan Sleeps, where we used Hatching Chick Team Spirit. My second weekly video was Leviathan Wakes, if you haven't seen that. By the way, we put in the separate Platybelodons in, so now we should get a ton. 38 trumpets, we're almost there. Alright, and we're only on 4 trophies turn 12. But it's working, it's working. So many rolls! I love it at the beginning, you get all the hamster triggers. So the okapi was out of triggers there, so we're just going to stack the okapi to reset it. That's why I said the other one I brought in, I didn't do it right. So yeah, now we basically get double level 2 okapi. We get 10 rolls, so we're getting plus 20 in stats, I believe, throughout this turn. And there is a crow there. I figured we have a bunch of rolls. I don't think it's going to get... Yeah, it's not going to get to 50, but I was willing to take a crow. A crow I'm fine with, and finding an okapi in the shop is actually perfect. But then I realized the okapi gambit, I'm only going to be able to do that one more time. And we need 5 more wins, or I guess 4 more wins after this, assuming we win. 34 trumpets, definitely carries. It's crazy when you get these runs that you're just absolutely living on the edge. So here I had a decision. The okapi's good, but you see, I don't know. Do I go separate okapis? I have another one sitting right here. Obviously, I want more Yeti and hamster level ups. So the open slot is kind of nice as far as getting the hamster reset, kind of like we did with the okapi there. And I figured, screw it, we will go double Yeti. And I figured I'm just going to roll this turn out, hope I see more hamsters, and next turn we can combine the Yetis and then go crazy with the hamster gambits. So I'm just really trying to maximize my rolls to really gain as many trumpets as possible. And I know I have this cherry, so I'm getting 2 more trumpets than the Platybelodon is generating. And I don't want that. I want only Platybelodon. I want to get there. Holy mother of hamster. First it was holy mother of zebra. Now it's holy mother of hamster. Forgive me for I have sinned. We sinned using Leviathan. So we have 14 rolls and we gain 3 trumpets. So we need 17 rolls to get 51 trumpets from the Platybelodon. So as long as we hit 17, which when you're doing a hamster gambit like this, you can easily do it. And the cool thing about when you're bringing in the last hamster to get the level 3, you can bring them in at the same time because when you level up, it resets the triggers as well. So now we get a little extra gold generation. We're making money. And I actually decide, because we had so many rolls this turn, we're at 20 rolls now and this stake is here. I'm like, yeah, we can easily just take the stake and then we can use the rolls next turn and then combine and then roll more next turn. So I kind of recognize like, hey, I need to split this up. It's not always the best. Oh my gosh, the 50-50. Did you see that? The Olm put the spooked on it. They probably rolled a bunch. And I decided not to go with Olm with this one because I just kind of like this combo. And you'll see why in the end. As I mess up my hamster stacking and I lost my stake, I did not mean to do that. So if you ever have two pets with separate equipment, you can look back. It's the one... Let's just go back and look. So I believe I dragged the stake onto the Ambrosia. Ambrosia, there we go. I've said it. I say Ambrosia or whatever. It's Ambrosia. Or I know the phonetic had a J, like Ambrosia, but it's not like that. So if you want whatever equipment you want to keep, drag the other pet on top of it. And I'm kind of just going back and doing this for myself so I can get that right. Because I was really surprised when I made that mistake. I think it was more so just not paying attention. I kind of forgot that I just bought equipment on both of them. And yeah, at this point, 8 trophies. We have plenty of rolls. See, we're at 18 rolls now, still with gold left over. And we had the Ammonite frozen. So it's kind of funny, the Ammonite turns the Mimic into a level 1, and then experience for rolls. We have 20 rolls, right? So it's going to make it level 3. I don't know how many experience it's going to give. Oh, it gives it stats too. All that experience, so that was like 10 experience or something. Yeah, it's every 2 rolls, that makes sense, 20 rolls. Duh. And this was scary. I saw the stake here too, I was like, oh no. But, a little bit of stats, the Ambrosia, the Platybelodon. We're doing things. Look at that. And level 2 Ammonite, probably the best thing we could have asked for. I thought about throwing the chocolate for level 3, but then I thought, you know, if I can get like a couple lasagnas or a couple something, a couple lasagnas or lemon and steak. I wanted steak for Ammonite, lemon for Platy, and that would have been good to go. So this team, basically the improvements on this team would be level 3 Ammonite with steak, and then putting a lemon on here, and then the team's set. You're rolling for lasagnas after that. And the skewers are terrifying. The Mimic ability almost helps, but we don't need it in the end. The stats, the rolls got us there. The 50 trumpets with 1 pet. So kind of like the Rockhopper penguin, the Rockhopper reset, generating 50 trumpets with 1 pet. I don't think they meant for this pet to generate 50 trumpets by itself. Obviously, when you have the meta roll build, it's gonna do it. But yeah, it would be pretty scary running this with Ostrich and getting all this to 50-50. Picking up this one on turn 13, 7 trophies, 3 hearts remaining. We have the level 3 Platy. I have a level 3 Osprey. I was looking for a starfish. I think I'm still looking for a starfish. I'm not positive, but I went with the Vaquita Platy combo, not really realizing beforehand that the Vaquita is totally unnecessary if you get that meta roll synergy that I just showed. But had a Team Spirit frozen because I figured we got these level ups. Let's just use the Team Spirit to like get stats as we level stuff up. And I decided to bring in an Okapi. Just a base stat Okapi after the Yeti rolls. And I was like, yeah, let's see how strong the roll build really is. You see I'm passing a hamster there because with the Vaquita, we don't need that many rolls. So I was like, oh, I kind of ruined like building the whole roll thing. That's one reason I brought no copy in. It's like, don't need Vaquita or don't need a hamster. And you see with this combo, because we're not rolling as much, then yeah, the Vaquita I guess is necessary to get to 50, but we could easily get to 50 without the Vaquita and just going more hamster Yeti. So I figured, yeah, just like the other run, just spam stakes on everything because we don't have the most equipment. I thought because we had really high levels of just putting a lynx in for the team spirit. It's kind of just like, this was my first time doing the roll build. And we almost didn't get our Vaquita trigger there. That was scary. Peanut butter, also scary. Everything's scary in this pack. You get to round 15, 16, and you know it's only a matter of time before you run into a 4-squad 50-50 team, Leviathan, Team Spirit, Starfish. It's just how this pack works. And I decide to absolutely risk it for the biscuit. The Vaquita is in the middle, so a very small chance that even if the Ammonite gets sniped, the Vaquita would get transformed. So I felt pretty comfortable putting the Ammonite, and look at that. It almost actually happened. 50 trumpets. Later, we get the dub. Let's go. Let's see what else we got. Gonna pick this one up on turn 9. We have 6 trophies and 3 hearts remaining, so just an absolutely great place to be in the game. We're winning, and we're winning quick. So if you keep up tempo in games like this, there's a good chance you're going to win, you know, whatever it is, turn 12, 13, 14. If you're winning before turn 15, in my opinion, I consider that a quick win, and you're kind of escaping the late game, and I think it's a great thing. It's and you can kind of play the game in a way that you're either trying to win quick and kind of win before that turn 15 to avoid that late game, or you can play in a way that kind of prolongs the game, right? To where you're going to ensure you get to that late game and set up your team so it's going to be able to scale and the abilities are going to thrive in that late game. So shout out the Orchid Mantis running it with the hatching chick. And yeah, consistent theme in this weekly for me has been once you get a hatching chick level 2, just push it level 3 and figure everything out after. So I decide, you know what, I'm just going to bring in a Hydra even though I have absolutely no scaling. This Sugar Glider I wanted to get rid of, but it just kept getting hit by the Bluebird, and the stats are pretty good. It's trading with like a good unit in the front usually. So I was like, alright, this team's cool. But yeah, this isn't quite it. We end up having fun with this. It's a quick win, and if you're a fan of this channel at all with quick wins, I usually try to have fun with it if I have extra lives, and we try to just start selling our pets and push the limit. So with that being said, you probably know what's coming, but we're going to ride off into the sunset as you hear the music coming. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.